Hi guys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Kook Shed, my own little YouTube channel where I share ideas, tips and reviews related to surfing and bodyboarding generally. And today we are just going to revisit the subject of surf change mats. So I've done a video earlier just talking about mats that people might use to stand on to get changed into their wetsuit or their board shorts or whatever, in the car park or on the beach, that sort of thing. So I sort of just want to follow up on that because I touched on a few different types of surf change mats that you can make yourself or find yourself. And I spoke about using some like AstroTurf, some sort of fake grass, a little square that I was using at the time. And I touched on another type of mat that I was going to try, and it was just this this camp sort of mat. So you can get these. They interlock, and you can create a much larger soft layer to stand on. A lot of people use these for camping. I think they're actually sold as a camp mat. They can be used as a play mat. You can get sort of kids play mat sort of style with their colours, and they interlock as well. They've got little sort of teeth that interlock with other mats. And so I've been trying this out, and I've actually found it's really good. So I just thought I would let you guys know that I have found what I believe is the best sort of homemade or home sourced surf mat that you can get. So far, that's what I've found so far. So surf shops will also sell change mats. You can even get bags that you can stand on and get changed out of your wetsuit, and then you can pull up the outer edges and it will actually hold your wetsuit for putting in the car or carrying home or whatever. But I just sort of was looking for options to throw in the car so that I could get changed on the mat instead of on the sand or on the tar, the bitumen or the dirt in car parks. So that's why I ended up sort of looking around for some options, preferably cheap options or options where you're recycling something, reusing something, that sort of thing. So where I live, it can get really cold in the mornings, and the car park, the tar can be quite cold. There's rocks on it, rocks from the tar, the bitumen, that sort of get stuck in your feet, and then they get sort of stuck in the wetsuit as well when you're putting it on or off. And also on hot sand, you might have like hot sand next to the car park or whatever, or might be really cold sand, or just it's for any surface that might be a little bit uncomfortable for you to get changed on. Now, one thing I found about this mat, these sort of mats, is well, one, they're really cheap. So I already had a few of these laying around, so it was super easy for me to grab one of these and just throw it in the car and try it out. So they're not absorbent at all, I've found. Like you can get like yoga mats and exercise mats, and they seem to soak the water up somehow. They're not as resistant to water. So, because that was another option I was thinking about, just cutting a yoga mat down, just a little square to throw in the car. But no, they take in too much water and then they don't dry, and you don't want that sitting in the back of your car or anywhere really. So that was out. The green grassy or fake grass square that I was using, which is pretty good, it was really comfortable and everything to stand on, I found it wouldn't fully dry either. Like it would always just be a little bit in the underlay underneath the green grass or fake grass. It would sort of get a bit damp and it wouldn't wouldn't dry quickly, and it was just sitting in the car and just getting damp and was staying damp, and it wasn't good. So this one, not only does it not absorb any water, so it won't stay wet, like from your wetsuit and everything like that. It's perfectly dry all the time, but it's got these great drainage holes for sand and water to just drop right out of. So like the grass one, the green one that I was using, it would catch a little bit of sand or gravel from the car park or just whatever, would sort of get in the grass, and it was hard to get out, especially if it was damp, which I said it sort of maintained that dampness a bit, so it wasn't as easy to get rid of sand and stuff out of the mat as this. So this is what I'm recommending to try. You can get them at most camping stores, recreation stores, Aldi sometimes. I don't know if you've got an Aldi where you are, but I have seen them at Aldi in a camping sort of, they have a special on camping gear, so they'll just sell like a whole bunch of these mats together in a pack for not too much money. And you should be able to find them. God, people throw them out. Yeah, most people have one of these laying around somewhere. Or you can use, you know, a similar material, but I just find these holes are really good for draining the sand and the water out. And yeah, it's super light as well. This is really light for, you know, transportation, throwing in the car. Whereas some of the other, like especially if they're a little bit damp, like the grass mat or a carpet square, they can be quite heavy once they're a bit wet as well. They're heavier even if they're dry, whereas this is nice and light. So this is a winner for me, and it's the one that I would recommend trying. You can see I've sort of folded it here. I've got a fold, so I just fold it up and just chuck it in the car next to my surf bucket, and it does the job great. Nice and simple, nice and easy, no hassles, nice and cheap. Yeah, it's a winner. So that's all I wanted to do, just sort of follow up on that video I was talking about with surf mats. They're a good idea for certain people. Obviously, like, I probably wouldn't bring one with me if I'm, you know, walking down a long bush track, or, you know, somewhere where you have to walk a long way. I probably wouldn't bother. I'll just find somewhere down there to get changed, hopefully, that keeps the sand out of the wetsuits and all that sort of thing. But for just getting changed next to the car, yeah, they're great. They're really good to just throw in the back and use to keep your feet from getting cold, or the wetsuit from getting rocks in it, or whatever reason that you might be experiencing that you want to avoid. So that's pretty much it. Hope it helped you out. If you've got other ideas on what might be a cool surf change mat, let us know in the comments. Some people might be interested to try out your ideas. And if you want to see more things like this, surf tips, ideas, reviews of gear, that sort of thing, yeah, just hit subscribe, and I'll see you here next time on Kook Shed. Thanks for dropping in. Catch ya.